Hello there, everybody, and welcome to Week 2 of the Pokemon Stadium 2 Draft League. Very exciting matchups today. We got My Little Ponyta at home against the Houston Ho-Oh. We've got We Are the Machampion at home against the Pokemon Power. And the Tampa Bay Steelix at home against our newest team, the rebranded Atlanta Fearow, who are now Doom and Gloom. Doom and Gloom. All right, before we move on, though, real quick, going to report the moves this week. There was only one roster move. The Pokemon Lickitung from Doom and Gloom was dropped, and the Pokemon Dugtrio was added. And that was it for moves so far. Everyone else seemed to be pretty happy with their teams for the most part. So without further ado, let's get this thing started. I'm going to pause real quick, and I'll be right back when I'm ready to start the first matchup. All right, here's our first matchup of the day. It's My Little Ponyta and the Houston Ho-Oh. So we'll get this started. All right, let's see. There was no lead selected on this for this team, so I will have to make the decision myself. Real quick, just make sure that everything's recording properly. It is. That's awesome. For now, we'll see how long until technical difficulties strike, because it seems to hit us almost every episode or every other episode with the Pokemon battles. It's not as bad at the regular videos, but with the Pokemon ones for some reason. All right, here we go. So judging by the opponent's team, let's see. Nidoking would be good against, I think, 3 of them. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't have a poison move, so I can't really factor that in against Bayleaf. The Horn Drill does make it interesting, though. Poliwrath is good against 3, bad against 2. Kadabra is great against all of them except Umbreon, but we need to save that for later when Umbreon's gone. Houndour is good against 2, maybe 3, since Entei doesn't have another move it can really do other than Fire Blast. Jinx is only going to be useful against Ghastly and Zapdos. I take that back. Ice Punch might be useful against Bayleaf. Then we have Gengar, who doesn't have a true ghost move. It's got Nightmare, Hypnosis. I mean, that's an interesting combo, but like Hypnosis, Nightmare, and then only Thief and Nightshade. It's not a bad Pokemon, obviously. It was on the Power last season, and My Little Ponyta won last week with it. But unlike the others, like, if it had Shadow Ball, I'd be like, oh, it's good against Ghastly. Since it just has Nightshade, and that pretty much works against all the other Pokemon, even Umbreon, let's start with Gengar, and we'll work from there. All right, both these teams are 1-0, so somebody's going to get their first loss this week. Week 2 matches taking place in Mahogany Town gym right now. I said gym, I meant stadium, whatever, same thing. Same thing in the Pokemon world, pretty much. Alright, so starting with Vaporeon. Let's go with Hypnosis.
Commands are made.
We are faster, as I thought. Do we land it? Alright, this week we're on the luckier side on the first turn. We landed a 60% move. Alright.
That little nap will certainly make the action one-sided.
I'm gonna hope that it's asleep for a turn or two. Let's go Nightmare. We'll try this once, and if it wakes up too fast, then we'll just do Nightshade moving forward.
It's fast asleep and can't be moved. The Nightmare torments the
Alright. Nightshade. Nightshade will do 100, because it's based on what level we're on, and we're level 100.
The hit lands right off.
Alright, stay asleep. Yep, okay, here comes the Nightmare.
It can't awaken from its
It's gonna survive one more hit from us.
both hanging tough.
Alright, Nightshade again. Our hope is going to be that it's still somehow asleep. Then the Nightmare will take it out. If not, it'll wake up and be barely alive. Barely moving. Yep, it woke up. Okay. That's fine. We're faster, so we'll just hit it with Nightshade. We don't have to even put it to sleep again. Good hit, though, by the Vaporeon. Alright, Nightshade will hit anything. If they switch out, it'll get hit. They're not going to switch. So, Gengar takes down Vaporeon. Alright, what's next? We got Entei. We're probably faster. You know what? Let's go for Hypnosis one time, and if we miss and happen to survive, we'll withdraw.
What now? No, that didn't connect.
Yeah, I mean 60% accurate move, but I was just hoping for the good luck there. All right, Entei takes out Gengar. That's okay, Gengar. You pretty much did what we needed you to do, which was take out at least a Pokemon. Good start. We haven't lost anyone that has any super effective moves yet. Okay. So we can switch in Poliwrath or Houndour easily here. If we do Poliwrath, the game will probably just retreat to Bayleaf or Zapdos. If we do Houndour, I would imagine it'll stay in because they don't have... Now that Vaporeon's gone, there's nothing that's super effective against Houndour. Unless they're counting Rock Smash from Zapdos.
The white-hot battle continues.
Alright, let's go Sludge Bomb to try and get some poison. I know Houndour's better with special attack, but let's try to get the poisoning on there first. Plus, it's just going to use Rock Smash. Okay, defense falling's not great, but it's still just Rock Smash. Hey, we got the poison. There we go. I look a little smarter now. Alright, you're going to try Rock Smash again. If I remember correctly, I believe that fighting is ineffective against poison. We'll find out if I'm right or not there. Let's try Nidoking, because I think Rock Smash won't hurt it much.
Oh, it's Nidoking! What's this? Oh, that's...
Yay! Chalk one up for the old memory banks. A defensive fall again. Okay. At least fire is special, so that doesn't really help it regarding that. You know what? Let's go with one Mud Slap. Fire Blast is already not super accurate. If we can land a Mud Slap, we'll make it really hard for it to hit. Of course, it's 2 for 2 after I say that, but just saying we'll make it harder. Okay. So its accuracy is going to be down. They're either going to switch out or we'll have a good chance of him missing. It's going to be Fire Blast again, I'm sure. Let's go Houndour again. Again, I'm trying to save Poliwrath because I know how this game works. If we put Poliwrath in, it's just going to switch to Bayleaf and Zapdos. So if we want to take Entei out here and now without having a Switch-a-Palooza, it's better to just save Poliwrath. But we'll go to Poliwrath if Houndour gets in a dire situation. Although there's that Mud Slap paying off, the miss there by Entei. Let's go Crunch. Since it's already poison, we'll go Crunch. That's a special move back then. It'll do more damage. Fire Blast again. That one hit, and a critical hit. Of course it was a critical hit. The game was like, oh, you're too smart for us. We have to throw a critical hit in there. But nonetheless, it looks like Houndour might get the knockout. We got a critical hit. It didn't matter because it was already in the red, but we got one. All right, Houndour with the knockout. The Entei's gone, meaning that Jinx's biggest threat is gone. I mean, Umbreon's still a threat, but the Fire Blast was scarier for Jinx. Alright, this is also a dark type, so let's go ahead and just go for the, let's see, Umbreon's defense is really high, both physical and special. I'm going to go Sludge Bomb, see if we can get poison on it again. It's going to use Quick Attack. Survive it, come on, let's survive it. Critical hit. Of course it is. Of course it was. We actually had a chance to survive, so that critical hit did make a difference. Ah, boy. Okay. So, we still have Poliwrath with its fighting moves, and even if they swap out, Dynamic Punch could confuse something. Let's see, what have they got left? Bayleaf. We have Jinx for that, and Kadabra, potentially. Zapdos, we got Jinx and Kadabra. Ghastly, Jinx and Kadabra. And then this Umbreon. So let's throw Nidoking out here. Because it looks like Jinx and Kadabra are going to be the two we need the most here at the end. And we'll save Poliwrath for maybe some Dynamic Punch shenanigans. You have Feint Attack, so it doesn't matter if we lower your accuracy. That move hits all the time anyway. Your defense is so high, I don't think Horn Attack is going to be worth it. And you're not weak to Thunder. Let's try Horn Drill. I know that... From what I know about the manager of this team, I think they're going to be thrilled that we're trying Horn Drill. And it works. It pays off the 30% chance. Manager Haley, are you happy with my decision making? Boy. Alright. So Zapdos, Ghastly, and Bayleaf left. Now, judging how Gen 2 works, I don't think Horn Drill can work on a Ghost type. We do have Mud Slap, though, which is super effective. Then again, we should save Nidoking for Zapdos, because Zapdos can't use Thunder against it. So I'm going to switch in...
They're eyeing each other warily.
Let's switch in Cadet. Well, yeah, it's not going to be... Well... Yeah, because even if it does use Shadow Ball as a physical move, Ghastly's a first stage Pokemon. I can't imagine its physical attack is that high. I know its special is, but not its physical. And if Kadabra just survives, we're going to be faster and can hit it with a Psychic and knock it out anyway, so... It used Psychic, so it's not going to do much to us. Alright, glad I didn't risk Jinx, because we might need Jinx against Bayleaf. Judging what's left, they can all get hit by Psychic, so, yeah. Let's go Psychic. They didn't switch. This might be a one-shot. This might be a knockout. Yep.
There's a distinct difference in the number of remaining Pokemon for each side.
Alright, Zapdos and Bayleaf are left. We got Zapdos already. Well, it's definitely going to try to hit us with Thunder. So let's switch to Nidoking. And then while it's Rock Smashing us, we can try more Horn Drills.
The Pokemon appears with a cry. How's that? That caused no damage at all. What impact will this Pokemon switch have?
Alright, Horn Drill number 2 on the way. Does it hit? It's going to be harder because of Flash, potentially.
The move didn't quite
Oh, I missed. Okay. Regular odds. 30% chance.
Oh, that's a miss.
Alright, we're 1 for 2 on 30% chance. That works out mathematically. Alright, Flash again. That time it hits, so now I don't know what the percentage is, but it's less than 30% chance. Alright, we got 2 more. Again, it can't use Thunder against us, so we'll just try all the Horn Drills, and if we miss them all, then we'll switch to Horn Attack or Thunder after that. Because, as you can see, it's not going to beat us with Rock Smash. Alright, we got 1 more Horn Drill to try at reduced odds, but we'll try it. Wow, a whole 7 damage.
That's it. Oh, that missed.
Alright, we only landed 1 horn drill, but I tried.
Sparks are flying from one competitor.
I'm going to try 1 thunder. Now, I'll try 2 thunders. If we miss both, then I'll switch to horn attack since we've got lowered accuracy, so we can at least try to get some damage off. They're switching.
Pokeball.
I guess it just wanted to get rid of the horn drills.
Oh, it's Bailey.
Well, we still have 1 thunder, and then we can switch next turn. Well, actually, it might not be a good idea to switch with what's left. We don't have anything that resists it. We just have Pokemon that get hit neutrally. At least I think Jinx doesn't resist it, so... Alright, let's try Mud Slap. Prolong our chances of... up our chances of surviving some hits here.
Oh, it's infected. What'll it do? A light tap.
Alright, well, it's got 1 Mud Slap on it, at least. Let's go Horn Attack again. Well, I guess not again, for the first time.
How's that? Hit the weak spot.
Critical hit. Alright, alright.
What's this? It's
Well, the Mud Slap's not helping so much. It's hit us both times, and it paralyzed us. Horn Attack again.
Body slam. Right.
Of course, it didn't miss once. Alright.
Oh, knockout.
I guess we can't complain too much. We did land a Horn Drill.
Eagerly awaiting the appearance of
Bailey
the
for the
next
4-0
Pokemon.
knockout ratio so far this season. I don't think it's going to stay at 0, judging by who we got left, but really good start for Bailey.
Oh, it's Jinx.
Alright, Jinx is going to have a super effective Ice Punch on something here. Doesn't matter if it's Bailey or Zapdos, they both don't want ice.
There, ice punch. Bam, that worked.
Alright, there goes Bailey.
Oh, and down it goes. There's only one Pokemon left.
Alright, Jinx and Zapdos.
This Pokemon is
Even if Zapdos does manage to take out Jinx, we got Poliwrath and Kadabra still, so...
the number of remaining
Doesn't mean the
Pokemon
other side
is
can't win, but it's definitely in the favor of us, especially since we're faster.
That had to hurt.
Oh, we got the freeze. Well, that tears it. We've won this then.
Move.
Because back in Gen 2, they won't unfreeze unless they're hit by, like, a fire move.
One-sided battle. Finishing blow. Wham!
And that's going to end our battle, the first battle of the day. My Little Ponyta
Battle.
with a 2-0 start to the season. Congratulations. Final score was 3-0. I'm just writing that down so I have it for later. Ponyta win 3-0. All right. So once again, as I just said like 3 times, the winner is the My Little Ponyta. Congratulations. I'll be right back with our second matchup of the day. Hello there, and welcome to our second matchup of the day between We Are the Machampion and the Pokemon Power. Both these teams had a rough start in the opening week of the season, but somebody's going to get to improve to 1-1 today, and whoever does lose, don't get too down in the dumps. You're 0-2, but it's a 15-week season. There's lots of time to turn things around. All right, let's see what we're going to do here. I don't remember if this team gave me a lead or not. Let's check really quickly. No lead was given. So I guess I'm on my own again here. Alright, judging by the other team, let's see. If we went Wigglytuff, what do these Pokemon know? Wigglytuff has Fire Punch, Double Edge, and then Sing, which is even worse than Hypnosis. Alright, so Double Edge and Fire Punch for the most part. So you could maybe fight Venusaur, Magnemite, and maybe hang on neutrally against Dragonite. It does have good special defense and health. Man. As far as combining them together, so maybe it could take a hit from Alakazam and hit it with Double Edge or Disable. Definitely don't want Scizor in against Moltres. I think Scizor would be good against Tyranitar. It would be solid against Dragonite, solid against Alakazam. Depending on Venusaur's moveset, solid against Venusaur, so this might actually be a matchup for Scizor to shine, unlike last season. Muck, pretty much good against everything except Alakazam. Marowak has Magnemite and Tyranitar it's good against. Ursaring can pretty much fight everything because of Dig and Fire Punch. And then Togetic, I don't think has a lot going on for it. I'm gonna... Let's start with Ursaring. I know that was the lead for this team last week. There's no Ghost this week, so it could snore anything that takes a normal hit neutrally. And it can use Fire Punch and Dig for the things it can't hit with Snore. So I think this might work out. Alright. And if you do get a text to me with what Pokemon you wanted to lead with after this recording, I'm sorry. I just didn't have an answer from you by the time I did this, so this is what I have to work with. Alright, let's see. Starting with the Moltres. Yeah, Moltres is really the only one that's going to be kind of tough to deal with. Because I do think we have some things like Scizor that can deal with Alakazam, potentially. So we got to figure out how to deal with Moltres here. I think Rest Snore is going to be our best bet. I would assume it's faster than us, so I'm going to click Rest. If it misses us, it misses us. Alright. That did more damage than I was hoping it would do.
Oh, a quick snooze.
But at least we rested back up.
A hot battle is
It does make me rethink this a little bit. You know what? Togetic's kind of going to be the weak link of the 6 on this team. Let's throw Togetic in there. We'll waste some Fire Blast, and then when it's forced to use Sky Attack and has to waste a turn charging up, Ursaring will be a better matchup with it. I would imagine it'll take at least 2 Fire Blasts to take out Togetic. Assuming that it lands both Fire Blast. Yeah, I was going to say, it could miss. Okay. And it doesn't matter that Ursaring's asleep because it still has Snore at its disposal. So, alright, those moves are not going to do great against Moltres, so let's go for Metronome. It could be anything, so maybe we get lucky and it's a water move or a rock move. Watch it try Rest with Metronome. Or like Splash. Glare. Oh, that would work. That would work. Does it land? Togetic lands a Glare with Metronome, so now Moltres is slowed down. Alright, Metronome, let's see what we get this time. Body Slam! We're a normal type, so stab move. Alright. Alright. Can we survive? Can we get it to miss a Fire Blast? No. Well, that was still fun, though. The Glare, though, that's big. Togetic might actually be a reason for this team winning. When all is said and done. That's something we're going to have to remember later in this video. Wow. That was like one of the... If it wasn't going to pick a water or rock move, that's probably one of the best moves it could have picked at random. Wow. Okay. So you are now slower because of that. Let's go with Wigglytuff. Well, no, we might want Wigglytuff for sleep later. Let's go Muck. Well, I know it's gonna try to use, I know it's gonna try to use Fire Blast again, but this should be the last one.
They're both hanging tough.
I'm debating because they might switch. I'm gonna try and bank on the game switching here, so I'm gonna go Dynamic Punch on the off chance they switch and we can confuse something, or if it ends up being Magnemite, it could be a super effective hit. They did not switch. Maybe we can at least confuse Moltres. We did hit it, so it's confused. Confused and paralyzed. It still got through both. Wow. Alright, well that should be its last Fire Blast at least.
The white-hot battle continues.
Well, if you're not going to switch, we're going to Acid Armor so we can survive the,
Here comes the Pokemon.
Now you're going to switch. Alright, well, Acid Armor will still be good for physical defense. What are you throwing out here?
Oh, it's Magnemite.
That's not the worst thing we could have out here.
Ah, it raised its defense.
I'm going to try one Dynamic Punch, and if it doesn't work, I will switch to Marowak. But kind of like the last game, this is a chance to get rid of a Pokemon that will just cause a bunch of switching back and forth.
Combatants face each other.
You're switching again?
Pokemon.
Okay.
That Pokemon
What are you
was
switching into instead of Magnemite?
Oh, it's Alakazam.
Alakazam. Okay, maybe we can confuse it. Dynamic Punch. Maybe we confuse it. It doesn't have high physical defense. 2 for 2 on Dynamic Punch, and it's confused. Okay. Okay. Let's go Scizor. If anything, Scizor should draw the Moltres back out. And the Moltres can't use fire moves anymore, so Moltres is not as big of a threat to Scizor now. Sky Attack would still hit neutrally, but it doesn't have a super effective move on us now. Alright, so the Pokemon Power fought through confusion twice. Now we're confused. Okay. Well, you're going to switch in Moltres anyway, I'm pretty sure. Knowing that Moltres now doesn't have any Fire Blast. Ooh. There's something I didn't notice before. Thunder Punch on the Marowak, huh? Well then, that might be our ticket. Let's try Marowak. Assuming they switch. This isn't good. We're switching first, and Alakazam's faster, so I think they stayed in. Why did they stay in if they stayed in? Alright, hit yourself with confusion, please. Please. Nope, you're switching too. Okay, weird. In modern day Pokemon games, the faster Pokemon switches first, so it's weird that they just let me, the player, go first. Alright, well, they're definitely going to switch because we have Marowak in there. I'm assuming it's going to be Venusaur that comes in. Do we have anything for Venusaur? We got a few different Pokemon with Fire Punch. Let's switch to Ursaring and see what they do. I was trying to avoid all this back and forth switching with the Dynamic Punch on Muck, but the game got wise to it. Oh, it doesn't matter that we're asleep. We'll snore, and then when we wake up, we'll hit it with Fire Punch. Alright, well, you're still paralyzed, and you don't have your Fire Blast anymore, so I'm not as afraid. Alright, Snore. Only works when we're asleep. Alright, alright. Alright, let's see.
The heated action continues.
I'm going to shoot for Snore again. I think we're faster now that's paralyzed, right? Yeah. I was going to say, so if we have to rest, we get to go first. Alright. I think one more Snore would actually knock it out. Here comes Sky Attack. If we survive it, we should be okay. Alright, half health. I'm gonna play for rest on the off chance we wake up. Well, then again, we're going for... This is one of those choices. We're going first. And I think a Snore does take it out. Well, there are other slow Pokemon on the other team, like Tyranitar. So I guess we'll go with Snore for now to get the knockout. And then we'll go for... I was gonna say that was the other thing I had to worry about. Well, on the bright side, we'll get the rest while it's charging up.
The move failed. It's gripped by
Oh, even better! Perfect timing for paralysis. All right, rest up, Ursaring. You can rest while it's charging up, and then next turn snore it into fainting.
Uh-oh, it's still
Fully paralyzed again. Wow. Again, that Togetix's glare paying off.
going up. But the other one
Who would have thought that Metronome would actually be useful
can't move.
in these battles? Snore.
Loud snore. Right. That's
And there goes Moltres. Ursaring gets a knockout. And still has full health, I might add.
which Pokemon will join the battle now?
Yeah, as long as it's a Pokemon it can snore against, I think Ursaring's going to be a tough out this season.
Joining the battle.
All right, we can snore you. We're not going to do a lot of damage, but we can snore against you. We can Fire Punch or Dig when we wake up. Going straight for Thunder, huh? It hit, and about half health.
Wake up. What's this? It's not very effective.
So let's see, doing some quick math here. If it lands Thunder again, we're beat. So let's go with Marowak. And, because there are still some Pokemon, like I said, Tyranitar for one, that Ursaring can outspeed. So maybe we can get a rest or something there. See, I was going to hope that Thunder missed last turn, and then we could have gone for Fire Punch when waking up. Alright, you're going to switch. I don't care who you're switching to, because except for Dragonite, we should be able to hit you with Bone Rush. And if Dragonite does come in, I guess we'll have to figure that one out. You know what? Focus Energy. Because that'll up our critical hit ratio. If it's not Alakazam, we should be able to hit something hard. Alright, I had a feeling it might be Dragonite. That's why I decided against the, Bone Rush. Alright, so Bone Rush won't work here, but we do have Thunder Punch and Thrash. Let's try Thunder Punch. Maybe we'll get Paralysis. We also have the Focus Energy now. So maybe we get, critical hit. Alright, that didn't do very much. That's good. There's a chance Ursaring might survive that. Critical hit. Right after I called it. Okay. We didn't get the paralysis, but we got a critical hit. Let's try Thunder Punch again. We can certainly survive one more wing attack. Go for paralysis one more time here. Nope, no paralysis that time. It was worth a shot, though. Alright, you're going to wing attack again. Who makes more sense to put in? Because whoever we put in is going to take a hit from the wing attack if we do this.
They're eyeing each other warily.
I think actually it makes more sense to leave Marowak in because I know Magnemite is still left. But Magnemite's really the only Pokemon that like we really need Marowak against. We can, like Scizor could technically beat the Tyranitar, maybe Alakazam as well. For Venusaur, Scizor's a good matchup. Plus, we have many Pokemon with Fire Punch. Same with the Magnemite, we have Pokemon with Fire Punch. I think we're going to leave Marowak in here and try to get that paralysis again. Because if we do get it, then we'll be faster, hopefully, and we won't go down as easily. Nope, didn't work out for us. That's alright. Sometimes that happens. The way this game's been going, like with Togetic getting Glare, I thought for sure we'd get a break there. Alright, well I still think that's a good showing for Marowak. I mean, it got Dragonite down half its health. I think Ursaring can actually survive that wing attack. But the question becomes, Do I think do I think Ursaring's gonna wake up and rest after getting hit? Because if not, then it's probably not worth the risk.
The trainer hasn't issued a command.
Let's go Muck.
Pokemon is ready.
Because if they stay in, we can sludge. If they put Magnemite in, we can Dynamic Punch it.
From both competitors.
I'm gonna sludge and hope they don't switch. They're not switching. If we survive, we can at least get another hit off.
That was a glancing
Oh, we might be able to take another one of those.
How's that? I like that.
All right, if we can get a poison or a critical hit or something like that, we might be able to take it out with sludge this time, assuming we survive the wing attack.
That did little damage.
2 health. 2 health.
That was close.
Can we take it out with sludge?
Sludge attack. The hit lands
4 health. Also not poisoned.
on by the skin of its teeth.
Wow.
Both Pokemon running out of
All right. Well,
steam.
it's gonna take Muck down likely here, but Dragonite's not in good position.
Twister. Nice. That's a hit.
All right. Muck goes down. It's now 5 on 3, but I think it's a 3 that can win.
There's a big difference in the number of
All right. Who's got the
Pokemon
higher
standing
speed
on
here?
each side.
It's not gonna tell me. All right. Well, Scizor I need for Alakazam and Tyranitar. I could use Wigglytuff or Ursaring for Magnemite.
Trainer hasn't issued
Let's go Ursaring. I'm going to try Snore. I know there's a chance we might wake up. But seeing as that Muck survived, I think Ursaring may survive a wing attack as well. So maybe we can rest or something if we do happen to wake up. We'll find out. Let's try that. Let's hope we're asleep one more time. Just let's survive this hit and be asleep one more time, please.
What'll it do? Hit. That one.
All right, we survived the hit. We woke up. Of course we woke up. Of course we woke up. Ah, 50-50 shot there on that guess. If we were faster, we could rest here. Wing attack is neutral on Scizor.
They're eyeing each other warily.
Trying to think if it's worth saving Ursaring because it might be faster than
The trainer has
Tyranitar. I mean, Bayleaf was faster than Tyranitar. All right, let's switch Wigglytuff in. Because if there is a chance that Ursaring could get all its health back, then it's going to be like having a whole nother Pokemon. Like having a 4th Pokemon with us instead of 3. So it's worth hanging on to if there's even a chance to get it healed up. Especially since it just used Twister this turn. Okay. Good switch. Good switch in, because it didn't hurt us much. Alright. Fire Punch, because that'll work against anything they throw in. If they switched. They're not switching. Okay. Don't be a critical, please. Thank you. Fire Punch it. Alright, Wigglytuff gets a knockout against Dragonite. Alright, we've got back to 4 on 3 now. I'm imagining this is Tyranitar. Alright, we know what we want to throw out here for right now. Ursaring, I'll wait until we can get a clean switch. I don't want to risk getting it knocked out, just trying to get it out there and rest. But Steel is resistant to, like, almost everything in Gen 2, so, I was going to say, this should be a resisted hit. Actually, quad resisted because we're part bug. Alright. Let's try Agility to get some speed up. That's fine. All right, they're going to use Magnemite as an attempt to slow us down, it looks like.
It raised its agility. What impact will this Pokemon switch have on the battle?
This is a tough call because we do need Scizor to beat some of those other Pokemon. Magnemite resists both of our attacks, so let's go ahead and switch Wigglytuff in there for Fire Punch.
Ready to go.
And just hope that if it's using Thunder Wave, I mean, that's not as big a deal. Yeah, we're slower, but we're not out. If it uses Thunder, we just got to hope it misses.
This Pokemon is rejoining the battle.
This Thunder's 70% accurate, so it's supposed to miss sometimes. It probably won't now that I say that.
Great hit.
Gee, I called that. Oh, and it got the knockout too, really?
Down it goes. There's a distinct difference in the number of remaining Pokemon for each.
Alright, well, on the bright side, we get a free switch into Ursaring.
The Pokeball opens to reveal
If we get lucky enough for it to miss whatever attack it picks, we can rest up.
a hot battle is unfolding.
Again, if we just continue to get some luck, then maybe we can Fire Punch it later or dig.
What's this? Right.
Nope, frustration was enough.
Yes, it's going down.
Our only hope was that we could survive a frustration or that it missed a Thunder.
Pokemon left.
Alright. Scizor will technically have a chance, but we're going to need a lot to go our way. We need to get at least 2 agilities, have at least 1, if not 2 Thunders miss, no paralysis, and then probably some critical hits. At least to get by the Magnemite, we're going to need critical hits. For some of the others, maybe not, but... Alright, we need a miss here. Come on. I don't think Thunder's missed yet. Why couldn't you do that for me last season, Magnemite, when I had you on my team? Come on, man. Agility again. Frustration will probably take us out first, though. Yep. Poor Scizor. That's a good enough moveset. I know it can work. But it seems like every time we get a chance to use Scizor, the team's already down like 5-3 or something. So it's less ideal to set it up. Ah. Well, the computer wins that one 4-0. That one was tough because there were a lot of 50-50 calls. Well, first off, Thunder didn't miss at all except for when Marowak was in there. So there's that. But, just couldn't get a lucky break. We needed either a miss or 2, or some of those times where Ursaring woke up earlier than I expected, vice versa. Some of those coin flips, if they could have been different, maybe we win. But, unfortunately, it was not in my favor today as the player. So, yeah. So the winner of this one, though, congratulations to them, the Pokemon Power. So, Pokemon Power moved to 1-1. I'll be right back with our 3rd match of the day. All right, final matchup of the day, the Tampa Bay Steelix and the Doom and Gloom. This will be the first battle for the Doom and Gloom, with that title anyway. And the Tampa Bay Steelix, our first battle against Steelix. Oh! Sorry, Steelix. We'll have to try our best to take you down, buddy. Alright, let's see. So what have we got here? We've got... I see, 3 things that don't like water very much. I also see 1 thing that... I see 2 things that don't like Mischievous, maybe 3. None of those are really that effective against Mr. Mime, because even the Haunter with Shadow Ball, A, we have Barrier, and B, we have Psychic. I might just lead with Mr. Mime. Definitely going to save Kingdra as long as I can. Kingdra basically has no weaknesses in this game because the only dragon moves are Twister, Dragon Rage, and Outrage, and no one drafted any of the Pokemon that have Outrage. Alright, Mr. Mime, let's see if you can get us going here, old buddy, old pal. Snorlax right off the bat, huh? Well, in a way, this is perfect. Because Snorlax will be cursing up, building its attack, and we can build up our defense.
Ah, it made a substitute. It
Yep.
sacrificed speed to raise its power. The heated action continues.
Yeah. And we'll actually gain ours faster because Barrier moves us up 2 steps on the
It increased its
boosting
defense.
ladder, whereas Curse only moves up 1 at a time. It's like even though we've only done Barrier once, we've already got the same amount of defensive boost as Snorlax has with its attack. Okay. Okay, so we have Psybeam instead of Psychic, but that still works. We can still make that work.
It's still padding its stats. It's still not going to attack.
Alright, Snorlax, I need you to get greedy and do that one more time for me, buddy, so I can get one more barrier in here. Alright, we got max defense behind a substitute. It's going for headbutt now. We do have our max defense, though. Oh, that was enough to break the substitute? Really? Alright, well, still, we got our max defense up. Let's baton pass that.
It used baton pass. Other Pokemon takes over the battle.
Let's go, Mischievous.
Oh, it's Mystery Bug.
Max defense and headbutt can't hit us. But even if Haunter comes in, we got max defense against the physical Shadow Ball.
It's a fierce
So
battle.
we're going to be in pretty good shape. I'm pretty sure it's going to put, like, Haunter in, but I don't know that for sure, and I'd rather, at least with Thunder, if they did stay in, I'd hit the Snorlax, whereas Shadow Ball would be an automatic miss. I'm glad I went Thunder, because they didn't switch. That's a weird decision, because Fire Punch is a special move, so it's not going to be helped at all by the cursing.
From both competitors.
I kind of wish Thunder would have done more, but hey, we got the paralysis at least, and we got max defense up.
Oh, a blow to the weak spot.
And we got critical hit. All right, that's good.
It sacrificed
It's going to keep trying to use Curse, but again, building your attack and defense isn't going to help when I'm hitting you with a special attack. You need special defense, buddy.
What's next? Oh, that's a miss.
I mean, we're going to miss some Thunders. I'm not too upset with that. Fully paralyzed again. Wow.
The white hot
All right, I'm liking this start so far.
What'll it do? A light hit.
The best part is if one of the Pokemon for this team does find a way around Mischievous, I've still got Mr. Mime to do barriers again.
They're both hanging tough. What now?
All right, we need like 2 more Thunder.
No, that didn't.
Well, we still need like 2 more Thunder. That's about where we stand.
How's that? That was a glancing blow.
Right now, I'm just mostly hoping that we don't get burned.
Unfolding.
But I will say it seems to be the less health we have, the better Psy-Wave works. So if we do keep taking hits, we could maybe Psy-Wave it instead of having to rely on Thunder.
What's next? A light pass. It's a fierce battle. Here it comes. Thunder. That's it.
All right, Snorlax is gone. Mischievous with the win there.
Settle this. Which Pokemon will join the battle now?
All right, Snorlax was arguably the biggest threat on their team. That doesn't mean there won't be something else that shocks me, but that was the one I was most afraid of, so I'm glad to see it gone. Shadow Ball. Or faster, that's good to note.
Yes, it's a hit.
Yeah, because it's going to try to set up Rain Dance.
Sudden downpour.
Alright, Thunders will land automatically now.
Action continues.
Which conveniently, I also have Thunder, so that works for me.
There's the attack. That inflicted some damage.
Neutral damage. Alright, I think another Thunder would take it out.
What
It
now?
went for Surf. I mean, yeah, the Rain Dance does boost your water moves, but, like,
Whoa, that
I would have taken a chance on Thunder because you would have maybe got a paralysis or something.
the white hot
That's an
battle
interesting
continues.
choice. Thunder again. Gonna switch. It's gonna be Doug Trio. Now, this does get interesting because Doug Trio, I think, is faster than me. So even with my boost, it's probably a good idea to get out of there. Steelix. We're faster than Steelix. Why? Okay.
That had no effect.
That is a very weird choice. Alright, we'll do Pain Split.
Newly switched out Pokemon there. The combatants split their HP equally.
Rock Throw.
What's this?
Alright, with our max defense, how much does this do?
The glancing
12 damage. Oh, man. Yep, we're in good shape right now. We might even be able to beat the Steel type
unfolding.
that we don't have any effective moves against. That's funny.
What's next? It's not very effective.
19, so we're doing more damage to it than it is to us. Although it does have Sandstorm up now.
It's glowing. It's going.
Boy, if we could get rid of Steelix, we'd really be in good shape.
A fierce battle.
Well, since we've got less health now, let's try Psy Wave. Special attack instead of a physical attack.
A light hit.
17, so not a big difference from 19. It was worth trying.
There's the attack. That did little damage.
All right.
Mercy is down.
How much does Sandstorm do?
On wrist and tear. Sparks are flying from both competitors. They're eyeing
I'm going
each
to
other
switch
warily.
into Slow King. Because I think Mischievous is faster than some of the other Pokemon on my opponent's team. We already saw it's faster than Chinchou, for example. So we might be able to use Pain Split again and get some health back.
Switching out.
And with Steelix only having Rock Throw and Mud Slap, I'm not all that worried.
Oh, it's smoking. What?
Iron Tail's gonna maybe hurt.
Oh, that's a
It missed, okay. That works for me. I mean, it wouldn't have been very effective, but it was Steelix's strongest attack, so
impact will
it could have hurt.
Pokemon Switch have on the battle.
I'm going to take a chance on them switching this turn. I'm going to go Psychic.
Demands are made.
They didn't switch. I should have gone Water Gun. I know better for next turn.
That didn't do much.
That wasn't a bad hit anyway, though.
What's this? That was a glancing blow. The stat changer.
All right, we're not guaranteed to take it out here because of the Mud Slap.
And tear. They're both hanging tough.
All right, Water Gun. Hope for the best. Hope that we hit it. That really does show how slow Steelix is, though, that Slow King's outspeeding it. Another Mud Slap.
What's next?
Sandstorm should be ending soon.
The target stats must be in status. Sandstorm finally
Yeah.
quieted.
All right, so it may waste a turn trying to set up Sandstorm again. Let's try Water Gun again. Maybe we get lucky and take it out this time.
There's the attack. Right. That's
All right, Steelix goes down.
Oh, knockout. There's a big difference in the number of Pokemon remaining on each side.
All right, what's left? Is this going to be Chinchou again?
Pokemon
Yep,
emerges
okay.
from the Pokeball.
Kind of expected that.
It's a fierce battle.
You do have Thunder, but Thunder could miss. I don't think I'm going to get that lucky if that's the case. Let's go Ampharos. I know there's a chance that they just switch in the Doug Trio, but we can always go Dynamic Punch to play it safe and hope that we land it.
Oh, it's Ampharos. What'll it do?
But now Snorlax and Steelix are gone. I was going to say there's not as big of a deal with Ampharos, because I have multiple things that could beat the other Pokemon remaining. So it's not as big of a deal if Ampharos goes down earlier than I want it to. You're staying in, okay. Well, with Rain Dance... Oh, that's right, we have Zap Cannon. I was going to say Thunder hits, but we're using... Oh, we got through the paralysis. Well, be confused at the very least. Alright, alright. Let's go Swift, because it's guaranteed to hit if we actually get to attack. We don't have to worry about it. Okay. Chinchou goes down. The confusion was from Ampharos, so Ampharos gets credit for the knockout. And there's that dreaded Doug Trio. Okay.
Sparks are flying from both competitors.
Again, Ampharos is paralyzed, so it's not worth as much. So I'm going to leave it in. If it happens to survive a Magnitude or something, then great for it. Let's try Dynamic Punch. Maybe we get lucky and confuse it. Be a low number. Be a low number. We might be bad. Defeated. Oh, we made it. Okay. Okay. Come on, land it again. We got it. Doug Trio's confused. Ampharos has a chance. It's not a big one, but it's a chance. No. 5. Maybe we make it. We made it. We got 2 low rolls, thank goodness. Another Dynamic Punch. We are 4 for 4. No, 3 for 3 on Dynamic Punch.
Are both Pokemon running out of steam?
Swift, because I don't think we can get lucky enough to hit Dynamic Punch yet again. Magnitude. Okay, we're down. We're done this time. Yeah, 7. We're gone. Great job, though, by Ampharos.
Yes, it's going down. There's a big difference in the number of Pokemon.
All right, Slow King. We'll go Slow King here.
This Pokemon is back for another go. The rain finally stopped. Now that the heavy downpour has finally
Water Gun.
the field has returned.
As long as this isn't like a 10, we should be okay. It's going to hit itself, even better. So Ampharos gets the knockout from the grave against Doug Trio with the confusion. All right. So Haunter and Charizard left, both of which don't really want too much of a part of Slowking. All right, we are weak to, I think it's Giga Drain it has. But we're going to go Psychic and see how much we do if we survive. Destiny Bond. Okay, that might be bad. That might be bad. Don't one-shot it. Don't one-shot it. Get it, like, in the red. All right, well, the game outsmarted me on that one, but still a great job by Slowking. Haunter. Yeah, we'll give it a knockout because it did knock me out with the Destiny Bond. It's a 1-for-1. It had a knockout and a feint. So just Charizard left, huh? It just has special moves, I believe. Well, first things first, let's put Mischievous back out there. We'll see if we can Pain Split it, because if anything, at the very least, Mischievous could be helping out its teammates. If it does beat Mischievous, then I know for sure it was faster than Mischievous. And if it does beat us, then we get to use up a couple moves before the others go out there. Pain Split. It is faster, so that means Mischievous is probably done for. Yep. All right. I think it was still worth a shot.
Big difference in the number of Pokemon remaining on each side.
Let's go Quillfish first. I think it also has Thunder Punch.
Oh, it's Quillfish.
But we're going to go Quillfish first. I'm saving Kingdra for last since it won't have anything it can do to Kingdra. I'm going to try one Minimize. I may be stupid for trying it, but I'm going to try one Minimize. It went for Fire Punch again. Does it not have Thunder Punch?
That didn't do much.
Well, if that's the case, that's even better. Glad I minimized. Now at least there's a chance it might miss. Alright, Hydro Pump, since we have a chance that Hydro Pump will miss too. That's the other reason I did it.
Oh, that's a miss.
Alright, there's that miss. Minimize already paying off.
There's the attack. It's super effective. The heated action continues.
Alright, Hydro Pump it again. You know what? If I miss this time, I'm just going to go for Sludge Bomb because that's a more reliable attack. Alright, Quillfish knocks out the Charizard.
The last Pokemon goes down. And there goes the battle.
Alright. That is your battle. The Tampa Bay Steelix win 3-0. Yeah, I might have been able to win 4-0 if I didn't throw Mischievous out there first, but at that position, up four Pokemon to 1, I just wanted to secure the win more so than care about the score. So I think my opponent actually did a pretty good job picking his team for the most part. Especially when you look at my entire roster, like I really wanted to use Magneton in this battle, but when I looked at the roster, I'm just like, there's so many things that my opponent has that Magneton doesn't do well against. And so that's why I had like 3 water Pokemon. I'm sorry, not 3 water Pokemon. Yeah, 3 water Pokemon. Quillfish, Slowking, and Kingdra. So I think my opponent still has a really good team. I think this was just the one time I maybe got the better of him on the raw, like guessing who was going to be used. I'm sure that won't happen again next time, especially with my luck. But very happy with the results. And congratulations to me, the Tampa Bay Steelix won. I hated having to take down Steelix in the battle, but hey, you do what you got to do to win. I'll be right back with the updated standings, and we'll talk about next week's schedule. And, of course, I'll show the statistics on how all the Pokemon have done so far. So be back in just a moment. All right, welcome to the post-match analysis. So we've got a couple things to go over here. First off, here's the new standings. We now have My Little Ponyta at 2-0, Tampa Bay Steelix at 2-0, Pokemon Power at 1-1, Houston Ho-Oh at 1-1, but the Pokemon Power are ahead via point differential. We are the Machampion 0-2, and Doom and Gloom 0-2. Let's correct that there. Doom and Gloom have one move they've made. I know right now I have it as 10 roster moves allowed. We might change that to 12 since rosters are larger this season. We'll figure that out. Here are the knockout standings now. Slowking now up to 4 knockouts, 2 faints, leading my team, which is funny. I certainly did not draft Slowking with the intent of playing him every match. I more or less drafted Slowking as a Kadabra counter. So it's funny that it's leading me so far. Yeah. So don't expect to see that every match. Quillfish looking good, picking up where it left off last season as my knockout leader last season. Ampharos shenanigans so far have been in my favor. That won't last every week. Mischievous has been solid. The stats aren't great, the 2-2, but Mischievous has allowed me to do a lot of things that some Pokemon wouldn't allow me to do, like take on the Snorlax, for example. So the 2-2 is a little misleading there. And Mr. Mime, again, no knockouts, no feints, but that barrier baton pass, that's going to come in handy, especially against physical teams. I don't think I'm going to bring Mr. Mime to every match, but Mr. Mime is surprising me as well. Man, two matches in, I haven't used Magneton or Skarmory or Blastoise. Like, those were ones I thought I'd be using a lot, but it just hasn't made sense to use them. Kingdra, I brought Kingdra. I just didn't get a chance to use him this week. Same with Magmar last week. So, I may or may not mix it up. I mean, I'm not going to just roll out the same 5 out of 6 every single week. That'd be stupid and too predictable. But yeah, I'll probably be mixing it up. I just got to figure out how much I'm going to mix it up. If I'm just going to use 6 completely different Pokemon, or if mix it up means I have 1 or 2 different ones. But pretty good start so far. Doom and Gloom, much better showing this week. That first week, the game just decided they weren't going to play. This week was a lot better. Honestly, the difference this week, I think, was just type matchup. There were so many Pokemon. I mean, Dugtrio, Charizard, and Steelix all weren't good against water types. I brought 3 water types. And then as far as Chinchou goes, Chinchou, I knew I could have a neutral battle with it, with Misdreavus and Ampharos and Kingdra. So yeah, so that's 4 good matchups. Haunter didn't want anything to do with Slowking or Mr. Mime, especially with Barrier up and such. And then Snorlax, we had Misdreavus, so like it's just a really good matchup. I think all the Pokemon on Doom and Gloom are good. I think that he's done a good job building his team so far this season. Just unfortunate for him, especially with these larger rosters, and it's going to happen to me eventually this season too. When you're having to guess 6 out of 12 for the opponent, there's going to be weeks where you just guess all 6 wrong, and the opponent absolutely destroys you. That didn't happen this week. It was only 3-0, but there's going to be weeks where I lose 5-0, or maybe even get swept 6-0, because, like, I've got all fire types and my opponent's got all rock types. Like, it's going to happen this season because we've got larger rosters. So, 0-2 is not a bad start. Your team improved this week. You went from losing 5-0 to 3-0. So, next week I'd expect either a win or a closer loss. Your team's definitely getting better. You're still a real threat. Despite the 0-2 start, I mean, it's a 15-match season, so 0-2 is not that big a deal when you think about it. Especially since 4 of the 6 teams make the playoffs. You're only a game behind 4th place right now. So, not a big deal. I'm still terrified of his team. The name is a very good name for his team, Doom and Gloom. I feel a lot of Doom and Gloom looking over the roster here. Doom and Gloom as in for me, not for him. So keep at it. You're going to do a lot better the rest of the season. Houston Ho-Oh, Bayleaf's still rocking its totals. I mean, 4 knockouts, 1 feint. It's looking good. I know they lost today, but Bayleaf has been maybe the biggest surprise pick of the draft. Let's see, it was the I have my written copy of the draft here. Bayleaf was picked in the 11th round of our 12-round draft. Yeah, we got a couple surprises. Poliwrath was in that last round. Mr. Mime for my team. And Magnemite for the power, which I'll get to here in just a minute. So, some great late-round picks by all these teams. Vaporeon still looked strong today. Ghastly, I think, is still a pretty good pick. It just ran into a bad matchup today. Kind of interesting, though. This person loves their legendaries, and they haven't used Articuno yet for whatever reason. So, be interesting to see if we see Articuno anytime soon. My Little Ponyta, another great week. Didn't even use Lantern, who, despite not playing this week, is still their knockout leader. Poliwrath also, while being present, didn't make an appearance. Top 2 on the list here. Didn't even play. Jinx was great against the Pokemon I knew it was going to be great against. Zapdos and Bayleaf. That's why I saved it as late as I did in that game. Kadabra's made 2 appearances. It was kind of the sidekick today. It didn't have to do a whole lot. Gengar was good. Nidoking was good. Houndour took down an Entei. I mean, that's pretty darn good. So, pretty good team so far. I like what I see out of this team. This team also kind of scares me a little bit. I'm not looking forward to having a game plan against them in a couple weeks. Pokemon Power. Magnemite out of nowhere, now the knockout leader, 3 knockouts, 0 faints. I think that's as many knockouts as Magnemite had for me all of last season. So kudos to you, or you're lucky or something, but yeah, good job there. Dragonite 3-2. Dragonite's looking good. Alakazam 2-1. Pretty good so far. Venusaur did not play, so Venusaur's not eligible to be cut. Just throwing that out there. Speaking of which, are there any other ones that... Like, I wouldn't be able to cut Kingdra because it didn't play. I don't plan on cutting Kingdra, but I couldn't if I wanted to. Alright, last but not least, we are the Machampion. Suicune and Donphan still at the top with now Wigglytuff, 1-1 each. Tough matchup for this one today. A lot of 50-50 calls. And it seemed like every time I guessed heads, the answer was tails. And every time I guessed tails, the answer was heads. That's really the best way to describe today's battle. Like Ursaring, we had twice where maybe I could have rested or used a different attack because I couldn't guess if it was going to wake up or not. We'll see. Scizor, I said this last season too, it's such a good Pokemon, and even with that somewhat restricted moveset, it could be devastating if you got, maybe with 1 agility, but especially if you got 2 agility up, so you're outspeeding everything. You've got a stab move and Metal Claw that also has a chance to up your defense. Like, that could be a scary Pokemon, and just unfortunately for the Machampion, because they had Scizor last season and this season, we just haven't seen the right conditions appear yet for Scizor to be that great Pokemon. Togetic didn't really do a whole lot, but it did get a surprisingly helpful Glare off earlier using Metronome. So I might have misjudged that Pokemon. Maybe, depending on how lucky you are with Metronome, it might be worth keeping and using. Marowak, that was one I messed up. I should have managed that better. I should have saved it to take down the Magnemite. I never would have guessed that Magnemite was going to get 3 knockouts today because it didn't do that at all for me last season. But I know better, so if we get a Marowak versus an Electric-type matchup again, I won't mess around with it. I'm sorry for that one. I do apologize for that one. I could have played that better. So yeah, I do think that this team, much like Doom and Gloom, has a decent roster. I think that things are still going to work out. It's just going to come down to matchups. If We Are the Machampion picks Pokemon that are good matchups that week for the opponent, they're going to win. If they pick ones that are 50-50 or bad matchups, then they're probably going to lose. It just kind of depends on luck of the draw. But once again, just like Doom and Gloom, 0-2 is only 1 game away from 1-1. So with 13 more weeks to play, all you'd have to do is be 1 game better than 3rd or 4th right now to be in the playoffs. So don't get too down on yourself. All right, let's look at this week's matchups for Week 3. Tampa Bay Steelix are at the Houston Ho-Oh. The Pokemon Power are at home against My Little Ponyta. And Doom and Gloom is on the road against We Are the Machampion. We Are the Machampion having their 3rd straight home game. As you can see, it's countered out with 3 straight road games afterwards. So, yeah. So that's where everything stands right now. If you liked what you saw here today, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that YouTube nonsense. And no technical difficulties today! Woo! So, let's hope that continues. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'm excited to see you guys for Week 3, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.